we should also bring sort of intersectionality into this discussion, because I think, you know, as women, we're making headway, and there may be factions left behind. So when you talk about feminism, I think you have to bring in the concept of intersectional feminism, bringing people who are left out of the conversation along.
Yeah.
Maybe Jillian, you could speak to that.
Yeah, I'm chomping at the bit.
When
I start like doing this, just know that I got something to say. I'm going to start with where our SheIS team is. We're 4 people, and of the 4, we have 1 woman of color, we've got 2 who identify as being part of the LGBTQ community, and we have 4 generations. 4 generations. You should hear our conference calls. They're lively, because there's 4 different perspectives of lived experience, professional experience at the table, all wanting for us to be successful and do the right thing, the right way. And what is the right way? Well, it changes. And unless you have the voices at the table to challenge you to what Jessica was saying, you know, like to the bobbleheads, I have no interest in bobbleheads. They're cute, but they're clutter and they're tchotchke, and I have to dust them. So to me, I want people at the table who are gonna really tell me I'm wrong, let's fight, let's have that conversation, but let's end at the right decision. And when I look at sport, we're being very intentional in terms of, you know, it's called SheIS. Sports is very binary. And my you know, experience with You Can Play, as we know, gender is a spectrum. But right now sports is binary, so we're mirroring that. There's a lot of work still to be done in the women's sports space. We're trying to be very intentional by partnering with Chris Mosier, who's an internationally renowned trans athlete and advocate, who actually helped change the IOC policy on trans women in sport, trans athletes in sport. You don't have to know all the answers, but you have to be that active ally to say, I don't know this space, but I have to bring the right people to the space. You know, I always say I'm an ally to the LGBTQ community, but it doesn't help if the only thing I do is march in Pride every year, which I do, but what am I doing 364? I don't have all the answers, so I need to bring those answers and those resources to the table. So when we're talking about that intersectional nature, be comfortable not being comfortable. You know, if you're comfortable, you're for sure missing out on something, and just put your ego in check and know that there's something you're probably missing and could do better with other voices at the table.